G'day from Pattaya. So I've made a couple of used car videos and even new car videos, and most of my videos lately have been villas and things, but I've stopped here at my car on Sukhumvit Road. There's the beautiful Maxine over there, and the last car video I made showed you a pretty good selection of cars, but they didn't have many pickups, so I want to have a look at some Toyota Utes pickups. And if you don't know, I've been in the car industry all my life. So I started life as an apprentice mechanic when I was 16 and worked in cars all my life. So I've got a pretty good handle on what's good and what's not. And when I walk through this yard, I'll try and point out what I would recommend and what I probably wouldn't recommend, because lots of things to consider when you're living in a different country, and especially if you own a vehicle or a car and you need to get something done. So I might do my top 5. Let's see how we go. Righto. So I've had to wait for the boss to approve me to make a video. This is the cheapest car they've got. This is a Nissan, they call it a Nissan March here, but it's in Australia it's a Micra. I think these are a 1.2 from memory. 1.2 litre. It's a bit dark. It's a 1.2 litre auto. It's got artificial looking leather, alloys, and the transmission I hate, a CVT. But they don't give much trouble, especially on a small car. And that's 199,000 baht. But if you're buying a small car here in Thailand, the first one I'd probably recommend is a Yaris or a Vios. The Vios is the Yaris sedan. And this is a, let's have a look, 2016, 122,000 Ks. That's 389,000 baht. 1.2 ABS auto. So here you get a free transfer fee, 24 hours, 7 days emergency services, don't know for how long. 1 year, 10,000 K engine and gearbox warranty. They prepare the cars here really well, but they put plastic on all the seats, but they've all been steam cleaned. That's probably, Toyotas everywhere, as you know, and Toyotas are so reliable. My personal pick, I'll go and show you. There's some people looking at it. It's a Mazda 2. So Mazda 2's exceptionally good car, and they've got a traditional 6-speed auto in them. Not as many dealers as Toyota here, but still enough to get by. And here's a Vios, so that's a Yaris sedan. This one's 379 baht, but it's done 149,000 Ks, and a lot of you commented on my last video about how high the kilometres are on these cars, and in Australia that's quite normal because it's a big country and the distances are so great. But there's nothing wrong with a Toyota with 149,000 Ks. And it's interesting they call petrol unleaded benzene. Here's another Yaris in silver. This one is a 2016, is also 105,000 Ks, 379,000 baht. And again, very nicely presented. But guys, I'll show you the cars, but there's also places where you can buy privately. So Facebook marketplaces are number one, and you might find a expat that's selling a car that he's had since new, or he has to move back overseas, whatever the reason, and Bart sold. I'll put a link in the description. Another great car, Suzuki. So anything that's Japanese, any Japanese brand, I would definitely recommend. I would not touch a Chev with a barge pole. Number one, they're unreliable, and I've said it in my last car video. Do not buy Craptiva, unreliable, and there's no dealer network here. They pulled out of the country, so you're just buying yourself trouble. Do not buy a Chevrolet in Thailand. 82,000 Ks, 419,000. It's a 2019. And it's auto, and a bit hard to see. All clean, plastic covered and covered. The Mazda, the people have gone away from the Mazda. So this is a Mazda 2 hatchback in grey. This is definitely a car I would recommend, honestly. Traditional 6-speed auto, it's the only small car that you can get with that. 449,000 baht, 62,000 Ks, and first registered 2019. These are a great car, really good. So if you're looking for anything small, Toyota, Mazda, Suzuki, Honda. Try and find a Honda. Here we go. So here's that Nissan March that I first showed. They've now turned the lights on and put the price here and the details. So it's a 2011, 196,543 kilometres, 199,000 baht. Beautiful camel and black interior. Here's a Civic with a body kit, 1.8. $2014, 389,000, 182,900 Ks. Too bad. This hasn't got a price on it. So these are really popular here, the Honda Jazz, as they were in Australia. And boy, they're expensive here. So that's a 2019, 62,000 Ks. Looks like it's come from Phuket Rego, 519,000 baht. So these are a 1.5. This model's got a CVT transmission too, continuously variable transmission, for those that know. And Nissan Almera. Ramon, I know you've got one, but I still can't believe the story you told me when you were driving on Sukhumvit Road and the steering locked while you were driving. So I worked for Nissan Australia for a number of years, and some of their cars are good, but this is probably one that I would not recommend unless it was really good and really cheap. So it's a 2018, 68,000 Ks, which is good. 339,000 baht. CVT transmission. I'll try and explain what a CVT is again. So imagine an elastic band, and the engine is attached to the elastic band, and the engine accelerates and stretches the elastic band, like stretches it right out, and then eventually the car catches up. So you get all this engine noise, and then eventually the car catches up, and I just hate them. They're just horrible things. These Mitsubishi Attrage, which is a terrible name, reliable enough, and there's plenty of dealers around. Not my favourite brand, not bad, but 335,000 baht for a 2019 with 37,372 Ks. Some of you have asked about medium-sized cars. So here's a Honda Civic, another cracking car. Well, although they've got a CVT, Honda do a good job of it. They were one of the first in Australia with a CVT in the old 2000 model Honda HR-V. If anyone remembers that, $699, 2018, 1.8 litre, 115,800 Ks. So yeah, Hondas really hold their value, as do Toyotas, as do a lot of cars. So I was just bagging out the Nissan Almera, the previous shape, the old model. This is the new model, and they come with a 1 litre turbo, I believe. This is the size, almost the size of a Honda Civic these days. So this is a 2021. These aren't much more than that new. They're like 549,000. So 2021, 16,700 Ks, 479,000. And I'll do a new car video on these as well. That's interesting. I can see the speedo, and it's done 76,113 Ks. If you can see that. Jeez. I'm here. Oh yeah, 76. So sorry, thought that was a 1. 7, of course. 76,700 Ks. Suzuki aren't bad. They're a fair bit cheaper than everything else. So this is a Suzuki Ciaz, 4-door sedan, 2021, 32,000 Ks, $399. So that just shows you the difference between the different brands and the prices they ask. But yeah, they're not bad. Nothing wrong with them. That's the go. These look good. Everyone knows where they're made. They're Chinese. It's an MG5 2023, so it's not even a year old, 12,000 Ks. So they're very good value, the Chinese cars. But those that own them will have to let me know how reliable they are. They look good, really good, very smart indeed. Push button start. Good looking car. But would I buy one? I don't know. I think it's funny how they put these badges on them. Brit Dynamic. But it's made in China. And the good old Corolla. You cannot go wrong with a Corolla. And this one doesn't have a price on it, does it? No, it's waiting to be cleaned. So try and find another one. This would be okay. Again, I'm not a Nissan fan, but they're Japanese, and there's plenty of dealers around. It's a Nissan Note. We never got these in Australia. Quite a nice little car. 2018, 43,950 Ks, 385,000. Here's a Mitsubishi Mirage hatch. Let's see how much that is. Black. What a colour for Thailand. 379,000, 2021, 37,588 Ks. These cars are all jammed in here. So I'll try and give you an idea that they look like. Here's another Mazda 2 that's got a body kit on it. Check out that exhaust. Dual pipes. The mags, side skirts. 2020, 53,753 Ks, 460,000 baht. Look at this thing. Rally art inspired Mitsubishi Mirage. Complete with the black gloss roof, rear spoiler, body kit, the mud flaps, decals. 419,000 baht, 2022, 12,000 Ks. Let's check that out. Automatic, it's all standard. CVT on these as well. Here's the Navara Black Edition Extra Cab. This was here in my last video, or maybe it's a different one. Jeez, it's been here a while because the ink's faded. 2020, 48,000 Ks, 479,000 baht. And this is a manual. Still okay. These have got a pretty good ride for a pickup. Here's another Navara. Bit of a poverty pack. 2020, 47,000 Ks, 439,000. And another manual. And for those Ford lovers, don't take offense, but I wouldn't buy a Ranger here. There's so many problems with them. This one's got so much crap on it. Big bonnet scoop, big wheels, wheel arch flares. Diesel, 2022. Geez, I thought it would have had more Ks on it than that. 26,000 Ks, 519,000. And that's a manual as well. It's a Hilux like Maxine, but it's a diesel, but no price on it yet. Here we go. Here's a Hilux Revo, lowered. T35 alloys, I think they are, Chad. Can't remember. Extra cab. 2018. 75,000 Ks. Diesel. 499,000. And, yeah, like most of these pickups here, the Utes. Manual. And right next to the Hilux is a D-Max. #1 selling pickup in Thailand. Followed closely by the Hilux. So 2020, diesel, 54,000 Ks, 599,000. Manual. Look at that. Not legal in Australia, but not a problem here. And the old MG extender pickup. So in Australia, this is an LDV T60. But here it's an MG. I hate this crap on here, but anyway. Again, I love the Brit badge on there. Does anyone own one of these? Anyone got any experience? So this is a dual cab, 4-door, diesel, 2022, 83,000 Ks, 569,000. So I think these were about $1 million baht brand new for kind of like the top of the range, which this one probably is. It's auto. I don't even know if it's 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. But they've put this hideous bonnet scoop on it. Just horrible. So as you know, the Thais love their pickups, Hiluxes, D-Maxes. They always put an exhaust on these diesels. This is an X-Series, side skirts, big wheels, 4-door, dual cab, 2019. It's got the 1.9 litre diesel, 36,000 Ks, 619,000. Manuel. Got a boost gauge. Popular colour, this one in the Mazda. So it's Mazda 2 sedan. Very popular here in Thailand, the sedans. Unlike Australia, where everyone bought a hatch. So this is a 2019 Mazda 2 sedan. 74,000 Ks, 460,000 baht. So, again, the dual exhaust. Anyone want a job as a driver? Here you go. Got an Isuzu D-Max delivery van. Don't know. 445,000 baht. Not sure if that's the case. 62 or 187, maybe 187. Okay, another not a bad pickup. They don't sell that well here, the Tritons. And I did a top 5 selling pickups for 2022 video at the start of the year, and they were right down the bottom. So was Mazda, the Mazda BT50, which is based on a Isuzu D-Max, but this is a 2020 Triton diesel, 50,000 Ks, 485,000 baht, and yep, manual. So, there you go. Quite a nicely presented dealership, this one, for used cars. But don't forget to check out Bart Sold and Facebook Marketplace. And I'm happy to help you guys if you want to look for a car. Share some of my experience and what I know. But so in terms of my top 5, if you're buying a small car, it comes down to a Yaris or a Mazda. Mazda 2 or a Yaris or Vios. And my personal preference is the Mazda 2. Like I said before, it's the traditional 6-speed, normal automatic transmission with a torque converter, not a CVT. But Toyota's a Toyota and they go forever, so that's okay. And then medium size, I'd go for a Honda Civic or a Corolla, probably a Corolla. And large, I'd have to say Camry. I know you're going to bag me out. And pickup trucks, Toyota Hilux, #1. Even though Isuzu was the #1 selling pickup in 2022. They're both good, D-Max or Hilux. And I noticed there's no SUVs in here. That's because they just sell too well. Honda CR-V, that's a good one, second hand. Anyway, you let me know in your comments, your thoughts. Sorry about that. So just to wrap up, so I'm here at Mike's Car World, or mikescar.co.th on Circumvit. Tebbusit Road's just up there. That's towards Jomtien. And up to you whether you want to buy a car through a dealer. But like I said, Bart Sold, BAHTSOLD.com. Facebook Marketplace. Or if you know someone that knows cars, drag them along to let them check out what you're considering. So just while I'm panning around showing the scenery and the dealer, Arn, thank you for the coffee. I hope I pronounced your name right. And Shane, thank you. Brad. And who else have we got? Casey and then Roger. Thank you all so much for the coffees. You know how much it means to me, and I never ask, but if you want to know, you can find the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description or the pinned comment. Anyway, again, thanks for watching.